Happy New Year. Wally, what this?
Everybody.
Happy New Year, everybody.
I know what the fuck going on.
That's hilarious.
Oh my God. We miss y'all. We know y'all miss us. I'm just gonna put it out there. We know y'all miss us, but we miss y'all too, man. Hope Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a great Christmas, had a safe New Year's or New Year's Eve. Yeah, man. Welcome back to the Best Damn W show. Hold on. We got somebody popping in. We got K Dot with us tonight too. What's going on, K Dot? What up, everybody? Now you threw me out. What was I talking about before K Dot popped up in here?
You was about to intro the show.
Intro to the show. There we go. Hey, off 2 weeks, y'all. We needed this break. It was a beautiful break for everybody. Got some sleep, but welcome back to the Best Damn W show, episode 67. As Lo would say, y'all know what the fuck going on up in this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
And do
you know
2026, motherfucker.
Oh
2026.
What you mean? New year.
Look, y'all starting off. Look, y'all already starting off wild.
Nick, hold up. I didn't see this coming.
Right.
Yo, we done.
I gotta.
Oh man. Before, hey man, I'm your host Jay. Man, I forgot we got intros. I forgot about that.
The laugh is killing me.
Bear the fuck down, Chicago.
Oh shit, man! I got my sister Lo in the building.
You know what the fuck going on.
Got my brother Nick in the building, Nick Andre to be exact. And you know our other brothers in the building with us today. K Dot in the building as well. You feel? I'm glad.
Bitch, that BK Dot.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
K-Dot got a drop. That's crazy.
Okay, Wally.
Oh,
Wally is why you a bench, man.
K-Dot's drop. This is K-Dot's drop. Even from
I think Wally did the same thing last time he was here.
Yeah, he did.
I remember that. Okay.
I definitely forgot. And of course, we got the best producer in the world, Wally, in the building with us as well. You know how it is, man. How is everybody doing? Everybody doing good on this Tuesday evening we got going on here, man. I don't even know what else I got for y'all, man. It's been I'm trying to think what else I got. I don't have nothing else. I just want to get into this. We got a lot of shit we want to talk about. God has a sense of humor because ain't nothing been going on. And then 3 days before we come back, all this shit pop up. Y'all know we got LSU we're going to talk about. We got Notre Dame we're going to talk about. We got Unrivaled we're going to talk about. But before we do that, I got to address some things real quick. We got the link tree up there, the QR code next to K-Dot head. Can y'all please scan that on your phone to get all our socials? We've been ramping up. We took a little break. Everybody took a break really, but we're ramping up everything there. Twitter, Instagram, the YouTube, TikTok for sure. While I take that down, and now it's gonna go live right now. We're gonna have a month-long Substack sale, 50% off yearly subscriptions and monthly subscriptions. And now instead of $8 a month, it's gonna be $4 a month. Instead of $70 for the year, it's gonna be $32 for the year. So you have until the end of January to get that deal. After that, it will not be no more. But get all the content, all the writers and everything, dropping stuff every day, every week, weekly. So yeah, man. Y'all got anything before we get started?
Nope.
No? Okay. Well, y'all know what we're gonna start off with. So listen here. We're gonna start before I let Nick go and we jump into this and we jump into LSU. This is why if you watch football, even when I talked about Ohio State, these kids need to have competition before the real games get going, because you play a bunch of cupcakes and you start playing top competition and you get hit in the mouth, you don't know what to do next. At a 19-year-old kid, 20-year-old kid, you'd have no idea. So we're going to segue that into LSU. They lost to Kentucky on a game winner. That game winner was funny because how they were celebrating.
I know.
That was all time funny. That was just all time funny. And they lost to Vanderbilt. Was that Sunday?
That was Sunday. And
That was Sunday. And Flage had 0 points. But Nick, I'm gonna shoot it to you, man. Come on, Nicholas.
all I can say is welcome to the SEC. All I can say. And you know what's crazy? Like, I would expect this if this was either Texas or Oklahoma. And the only reason why I'm saying those two teams is because those are the new dogs to the SEC. I think Texas came from the Big 12. Oklahoma came from, did they come from Big 12 or Big 10? I can't remember.
Big 12.
Big 12. Okay, so both teams came from the Big 12. This is both their second seasons in the SEC. I would expect more out of LSU, a program that's been in this conference for God knows how long. And this is a team that just recently won a national championship a couple years ago. I know that this is a whole different team, but I mean, it's like we all said, like, when you're not ready for that type of competition, how are you going to show up, honestly? And, you know, Texas definitely woke them up. And then we saw what happened with Vanderbilt as well. And this is the thing about, like, the Texas game. I'll start with that game. So when you look at
I forgot all about that game.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what'd I say? Texas or Kentucky?
You mean
I'm gonna say they didn't
Yeah,
play
my bad.
Texas.
My bad.
Like, God,
My bad. I meant Kentucky. But this is the thing, like, with Kentucky, and I give them a lot of credit because when you look at it from LSU's perspective, especially when you look at their non-con, like, when you are a top contending team like that and you're facing, like, smaller schools who are not up to par with you guys, like, when you go up 10, 20, 30 points, like, you take those teams out of the game mentally.
It's over.
And they're pretty much already checked out. Like, once that lead goes up to double digits, like, they're already mentally checked out of the game, and then all you got to do is just keep going from there. You look at Kentucky. Kentucky got down early. What do? Make adjustments defensively. And then, of course, you look at the offensive end, you know, getting great production out of whether it's Tioni Key, Clara Strack, or even Tony Morgan as well. Like, they got great production out of literally everybody offensively. And I give them a lot of credit, honestly, for even making those adjustments. And I think probably, like, by, like, the end of the first quarter, like, you could tell Kentucky had control of the game, honestly. And I do give LSU some credit. And this is what sucks because I was ready to, like, really go crazy on them, which I kind of still will. But when I came back last night, you know, I had to wear my analyst hat and just pretty much, like, kind of look at the game from a different perspective. So I give credit to LSU a lot just because of how they were able to kind of take control of the game in the second quarter. And, like, the one player I will give credit to is Malaysia Fulwiley, because it is ironic because let's be real, she didn't have a great game, but I will give her credit for bringing some of the energy defensively for helping LSU take control of the game back in the second quarter. But from then on, and even with LSU going up like 8-9 points in the third quarter, like, you could tell, like, Kentucky was still there. Like, they were still in it, honestly. Because I want to say Michaela Williams hit, like, a transition three. This is, like, probably, like, 3 minutes left in the third quarter. They go 59-50. And even then, like, you know, they got the energy behind them. They got momentum. They got the crowd and everything. But Kentucky was still there. So I got to give them a lot of credit. Like I say, you know, like, to me, Tioni Key and Clara Strack got to be one of the best big duos in the game, honestly. I don't know who else you could possibly put in that conversation, but when you talk about just the versatility, like, Clara Strack alone, like, just her ability to just face up, play with her back to the basket. She got a little, like, leaning fade. I don't even really know how you really describe it.
It's kind of giving me like VA Tech Liz Kitley a little bit.
I can see that. You know what? That might be a good comment. That might,
because Liz used to do that one-legger fade away that Strack kind of does.
You're right, exactly. Now I like that comp a lot. I really do. But, like, just that duo alone was just super dominant. I think Tioni Key had like 16 rebounds or something like that. I know Clara Strack had a really strong performance.
She had
17 points, 16 boards. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Big numbers, most definitely. But overall, like, you know, when I look at everything, and then, of course, I'll dive into the Vanderbilt game as well. Like, I think this is a good test for LSU. And I think that this is really the first time where they really had to, like, get battle tested. Because, like we said, I mean, when you look at the non-con, like, it was them winning by 50 points, 60 points, even 80 points per se, honestly. Like, they were just blowing teams, like, just blowing teams out of the game literally every matchup. So this is really the first time that they've been battle tested. I mean, and even give credit to Vanderbilt as well. Like, Michaela Blake's strong performance in that game, strong fourth quarter. just really took over the game from like just from start to finish. And even as I was watching the first quarter of that game, I was looking like, okay, like I see what Michaela Blakes is doing, but I don't know, it might still give LSU a win because it was really Michaela Blakes against the entire team, and they weren't really getting much production out of everybody else, at least in the first quarter per se. But I also give credit to Aubrey Galvin as well. I know that she didn't really score a lot. I think she scored like 13, 14 or something like that in this game. But just her effort defensively and just her playmaking alone, like she's a dog on both ends. And I don't think she gets the credit as, an elite all-around point guard. And she's a freshman, I believe, too. So she only has much more room to grow. But when I look at it from LSU's side, at least in that Vanderbilt game, like I wasn't really a big fan of the energy, honestly. And it's kind of crazy to say that because the game was pretty much close and it was a low-scoring affair. So like when you look at it from that side, you're like, okay, both teams are going back and forth. But I just felt like LSU didn't necessarily bring the effort that was needed, honestly. I didn't understand the adjustment by Kim Mulkey by putting Malaysia for Wiley in the starting lineup over Jada Richard. Yeah. I thought Jada Richard played well over the past couple games, honestly, especially in that Kentucky game. So I didn't really understand that adjustment. Maybe she was trying to get a little bit more out of Malaysia just because of the bad performance against Kentucky. I don't know. And obviously, Malaysia had a strong performance in his Vanderbilt game, but it just wasn't enough, honestly. But
real quick, is that like you think that's a panic coaching move early? Like, oh shit, we need to.
I mean, it could be. It could honestly be. Who knows? I mean, especially like when you look at that Kentucky game. I mean, they needed to do something. So I don't know. Like I said, I didn't really understand the move. If you ask me, like I love the production that Jada Richard has been giving, but. Just honestly, I just wouldn't have made that move. I'll probably let K-Dot and Lo go in a second because I know I've been going too long. I got some more things to say, but just know that like this is a tough test right now for LSU, and I really want to see how they respond.
And real quick, it was a weird move by Mulkey because Malaysia only had 2 points against Kentucky, and then you throw it into the starting lineup. It is weird, but you got to figure out something because I know they was embarrassed or whatever, but you know what I'm saying. But Lo, go ahead, go.
I mean, just to kind of piggyback off of that, I don't love the move with putting Malaysia in the starting lineup because I think subsequently it affects and changes everyone else's role. You're forcing her to play a point guard when she is not a point guard. Like, Absolutely. Did we not learn anything from South Carolina last year? She is not a point guard. And I will say she played better against Vanderbilt. Like, she scored the ball more. She was defending Michaela Blakes pretty well in the second quarter. She brought the defensive intensity. She was playmaking. She was scoring the ball. But Fo Wiley is always going to be Fo Wiley. When the game was on the line, what did she do? She turned the ball over at crunch time. And these are lessons that Don was trying to instill in her in regards to slowing down, better decision-making when you have the ball in your hands. Because quiet as it's kept, like in the WNBA, she is going to be a small two. Like if she's she's going to be a small two. So I think that's why they're trying to force her to play, more of a point guard role. But naturally, she is not a point guard. Like it just doesn't work, and we saw that. Like had a great game for the most part in that Vanderbilt game, but when it was money time, the game was on the line. She had a blunder, which was one of the reasons that caused them the game. And again. That's just because this is not her position. She is not a point guard. So I didn't love the change in that, especially because of the good minutes Jada had been giving LSU. And Jada is a actual point guard. You know what I'm saying? Like and she can score the ball too. So I didn't love that move. That's number one. Number two, I think in both games, LSU showed me that their conditioning is not up to par. They lack conditioning. At certain points of the game, they physically just looked gassed out there. And that led to poor transition defense. That led to a lot of mental mistakes. And I think that's one of the downfalls to playing a less competitive non-conference schedule. When you play a less competitive non-conference schedule, you are playing teams and beating them by 50, 60 points. So it's like YMCA, AAU basketball, rec league, where everyone's getting a touch.
YMCA is same, but you ain't lying.
But you know what I'm saying? Like everyone's getting a touch, everyone's getting minutes. So they're not really, the starters aren't really playing 35, 36, 37 minutes because they're up 50 points.
And what you working on?
Now in close games like this, when you playing, SEC competition, your starters are going to get heavier minutes, and they were gassed out there, like
The
literally
niggas
gassed.
working hard. They ain't worked that hard all season.
I mean, like, cause
Exactly.
like, look at it. They playing
You gotta
35,
think.
35, 45. Like, who? I mean, 35.
But
Who,
if you go to
they
the
ain't played
games,
that.
like if you go to the games before that, when they were playing like God knows who, what did they say? Church's Chicken.
Oh my
When you-
University.
when you go back to those games, look at I guarantee you like 4 ain't playing more than 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not happening.
What do you work on in practice when you blowing out teams 40, 50 points a game?
I mean, you can still work on X's and O's and stuff like that, but like the condition is literally not up to par. And if we keep it a buck, we can go back to a lot of LSU teams that are not conditioned well. We used to talk about it all the time.
Not conditioned well.
We used to talk about it all the time when Angel was struggling to get up and down the court. Like she looked like she was about to have an asthma attack. I don't even know if
she's
she had
still
asthma.
like that.
That's what I'm saying. She's still like that, to be real, even in Chicago.
Yeah,
So-
like she's still struggles.
So yeah, I think I definitely think like conditioning kind of got into it, and you want to be well conditioned. One thing I'll say about Michaela Blakes, I'll say 2 things about her. Michaela Blakes is exactly who the fuck she thinks she is. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, let's be
Yes.
very clear about that. So I was very disappointed in 4, and I know people have bad games, but she completely did not show up for her team. And I don't know if she's going through something. I'm not going to even be that kind to give her that excuse. When you on the floor, you hoop, bro. Period. Like, I don't care what's going on. I don't care if it's, I don't care. I really just don't care. I don't want to hear none of those sob stories. I don't care.
No.
You cried all summer and basically was saying that Kara made the wrong decision. You didn't say it, but you implied it. I should have got more playing time. I should have got X, Y, and Z. Well, who was in front of you? Michaela Blakes. So when it was money time, Michaela came down and showed the country who the fuck she is, right? And I think what's interesting about it is the fact that they were able to hold Vanderbilt to just 7 points in the second quarter. I thought, like, damn, like, you know, LSU's defense is looking really, really good. They're slowing Michaela down. They're getting the ball out of her hands because, like you, Nick, I thought LSU was going to win this game before the game even started. I said, I don't know if Vanderbilt has enough. Maybe if Pierre was there, you know, maybe so, but it's really Michaela, right?
Yeah.
And so once the second quarter because Michaela had a good first start to the game. I think she was like 11-0 run on her own or something like that. But then in the second quarter, they quieted her down. So I'm like, okay, they figured it out. They made adjustments. But for her to score 15 of her 32 points in the fourth quarter,
Dog.
come on.
Jersey's
And y'all
finest.
everyone knew where the ball was going.
Everybody.
Everyone in the PMAC knew where the ball was going. Everyone that was watching on TV knew where the ball was going, and they just could not stop her. And one thing I will say about Michaela is that's one person that was not tired out there. Okay,
He was not tired.
She did not
she
look
played
gassed.
40 minutes and shot the ball 25 times.
correct. She did not look gassed out there. So I just think that for someone that was doing all that subtweeting and insinuating certain things, this was definitely not a good showing. And I just, as a leader, as a senior, as somebody that people are projecting as a top 5 draft pick, which I do not agree. I never have agreed. I just want to make that clear. You can't have games like this. You just can't, especially big games like this. And quiet as it's kept, if we keeping it a buck, she did not play well versus Kentucky either.
No, she didn't.
In the second half,
have?
she turned up and she scored more. And I mean, I will say 4 is efficient. So her numbers don't look terrible. But if you actually watch the game in the first half, she wasn't really doing much. It was Jada and MK. Like, it was literally Michaela Williams. And one thing I will say about Michaela,
she shot the ball bad in that first quarter against Kentucky.
Yeah, I think
Because
she
she
had
was
maybe
settling.
maybe like 4 points or something like that. Maybe
Everything that she got was going to, like, once she got going, everything was at the basket.
correct.
Right.
She wasn't knocking down. She wasn't knocking down shots. She was going to the. She was getting. She was going to the cup for sure.
Right. And I mean, and that's really where Flage is at her best when she's attacking. Like, that's
Correct.
I mean, and that was the issue in that first half against Kentucky, is that she was settling for shots, settling for bad possessions, ill-advised shots. And then you saw in the second half, once she was getting downhill, once she was finding openings to attack, that's where she was at her best. And that's what really took the momentum for LSU. But I know that you were asking about whether Flage is going through something. I really don't want to hear that about the.
I don't want to hear that
Vanderbilt game.
bullshit.
Like, if you weren't going to show up, you might as well stay at home. This is really just that simple, honestly. But you got to look at the circumstances. Like, you're going to play against Vanderbilt, another tough team in the SEC. Then we talked about how Flage was upset that she didn't get PT with Team USA or whatever it is. Like, that's a matchup you get up for. Like, you can't get up for the Duke game and then want to be in Kara's face after you hit a 3 and then not make one basket in this game against one of the top guards, top scorers in the SEC, like, or not even in the SEC, in the whole country. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
She made the same amount of points as we all did, and that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Especially as a senior and the leader of your team. That's ridiculous. Like, you just can't do that. Like, it's just, even if you got to go to the cup and get fouled, like, come on, girl. Like, you.
It's like, I mean, but it's like we said, like, when has she ever been the best player on the team?
Don't everybody talk
those Angel.
Don't everybody. We just be early with our takes, y'all. That's what it is. We just be early. That's it.
And people think we hating, but at the end of the day, that's Michaela Williams' team. Like, let's be very clear about it. Like,
hello, they saying she top 5.
Who?
That's what they saying for is top 5 in the draft.
And I've been telling y'all for the last year. Like, am I seeing something that? I mean, are we? Is our vision different from others?
It must be.
Because and this is no disrespect. I really do think she is a WNBA player. Don't get me wrong. I think her ceiling is a role player. Don't get me wrong. Like, and I'm not even saying that disrespectfully. It's nothing that she does that's great. Like, you know how different parts of your game. So, like, Juju is a good scorer. You know what I'm saying?
I might say great.
Right, like, so she's a
great.
Right, she's a great, right. So I'm just saying in general, right? She's a great scorer. Like, we know no matter what level of basketball Juju's going to play on, she's going to look for her shot. What can you say Four is going to do? Like, what is the defining thing of her game? Like, what is the best attribute of her game? What would y'all say it was?
Probably attacking.
Talking shit.
K-Dot. And so that's the thing, right? Like, I don't really know, like, what, it's not her shot. I would say attacking as well, but like, that shit getting swatted in the W. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just,
you ain't lying. It might get swatted.
I just never saw top 5, and there's nothing wrong with not being top 5. That's what I want people to understand. I just never saw it. Like, I said this in a group chat. I said, in order for her to be top 5, she had to be super special this year. It's still time to go. Still early in the season. I'm not saying that the season's over. She can turn it around tomorrow. She could use this game as motivation and shut all of us up. But absolutely. I'm trying to see that. See that, and I did not see that on Sunday. I just didn't. And one last thing I'll say is, Kate, this is specifically for you. Michaela Williams is definitely a part of the mid-range mafia. And amen. I would even go as far to say she has the best mid-range in the country. And I know a lot of people will say Maddie Booker.
I'm glad to think about that.
I know a lot of people will say Maddie Booker.
Okay, Lo.
Hold on a minute. Hold on.
But listen, I was thinking about it the other day. Maddie Booker, she can create, but she doesn't create as well as Michaela Williams, in my opinion, right? Like, she has to come off screen. She has to do that in order to get a shot up. Now, her mid-range is good as well, but it's just something different. Like, Michaela Williams, her mid-range, it just looks automatic. Like, I'm not by any means comparing her to Simone Augustus because she's not on that level, but it almost gives me, like, when she gets to her spot in the mid-range, I always think it's going in. I never think it's not going in. Like, that's how talented I think she is in the mid-range. And as soon as LSU realizes that she is their best player and that we don't need to play all lives ball matter, like, whatever, like, how people say all lives matter, all ball matter, everybody got to touch the ball. As soon as they figure that out and realize that this is where the ball needs to go to when we need a bucket, then I think they'll be in a better position.
You make a great point, Lo, about MK in that mid-range, because you mentioned Simone Augustus, and obviously Simone Augustus is an assistant coach on that coaching
correct
on that coaching squad, right? But Michaela Blake's, like, her natural ability to get to a spot, it may not be quick, but it's one of those things where you can't stop it.
Correct.
And I think that with Simone Augustus being there, part of it, I think she already had that, but with Simone being there, it kind of elevated, because if you notice, she has that same little jab shake.
Yeah.
Simone used to do.
Hey, Moan had that good old little
Moan,
jab.
Moan was
Like
crafty with it too.
the crazy jab, right?
Yes.
And Michaela Blakes has picked that up a lot. And yeah, that mid-range.
Williams.
I'm sorry, Michaela Williams has picked that up a lot. And I'm saying Michaela Blakes because she straight up went fire on them Sunday.
Yeah.
But Michaela Williams picked up on that a lot. And that's what I admire about her and her mid-range game. So you're absolutely correct. Going back to Flage, I think it's more so Flage's energy that she brings game in and game out that kind of negates a lot of the skill that you're expected to have from a guard as a Flage Johnson. We saw what she was able to do her freshman year. That was before there wasn't a lot of tape. Now that you have a lot of tape and now that there's a lot of defensive schemes that you can kind of utilize against her, there's no counter. And I think that's what she's lacking right now.
Yeah,
and that's what's going
point.
to be an improvement because you always have to have a counter to your best move. And I don't think that she has that, but she has unlimited and untapped amount of energy. She brings that energy. She has that fire. She has that, that go-getter mentality. Nobody is going to get in her way. But from a skill standpoint, that's what it just boils down to, like the lack of an actual game. We just talked about Michaela Williams and how her game is. She's a mid-range assassin. She knows how to get to her spots, and she is strong as I don't know what. So
she's really strong.
Those are attributes, right? With Flage, when we talk about attributes from a skill standpoint, there isn't really a lot because there isn't a specific set of skills that she possesses that will make you think that she's a killer one-on-one.
Yeah,
she may be able to navigate through screens well, but once you ice a screen, for example, then what's she gonna do? She normally bails out and she normally picks her dribble up. And that's it. A lot of great players and a lot of great scorers know how to navigate through navigate through screens and know how to counter when you ice screens, right? Sometimes you reject the screen if you know that they're going to ice, right? Sometimes you counter by splitting when you're going to ice, and sometimes when she does that, she turns the ball over, and that's another skill set that she has to improve on. So I think that you guys made a lot of great points. My biggest thing is the lack of front court production from LSU. When we talk about Kate Koval, the transfer from Notre Dame, right? When we talk about Amaya Joyner, the transfer from ECU, and so not like, we talk about LSU and we talk about Kim Mulkey. Kim Mulkey is notorious in producing really good front court players.
Yeah,
we don't say, oh, she can produce point guards, or she, she has guards here and there that may do well, but not specifically well enough, for the next level. I think I tweeted the other day that there's only been one point guard really that's been successful in the WNBA, and she really hasn't been, with a team, consistently, and that's Odyssey Sims. If you look at the other guards, if you look at a 24-year head coaching career of Kim Mulkey, can you name another point guard? And this is in context. Can you name another point guard that she has developed from freshman to senior year that has gone on to the WNBA and has produced well in the WNBA, minus Odyssey Sims? In the 24 years, you can't even look it up. She's only had 3 point guards drafted, and those 3 point guards that were drafted didn't even last in the WNBA.
Who were the three? Odyssey and who?
I know Tia Cooper was one of them, wasn't she?
Oh yeah, Tia.
Yeah. So in Tia Cooper, I mean, is she in the league now?
In China. She get buckets to China, apparently.
Getting buckets.
Get buckets.
What I say, you gonna get some buckets, you go to China.
right? And then even when you look at Dejanay Carrington comes from a Moki tree, but that's only 1 year.
Right, Stanford. She
We
was at
look
other
at
schools.
we
That's not a
look
point
at
guard though.
yeah, exactly, right? So
Mhm.
when we look at that, and then when we go back to Taya Cooper, is Taya Cooper a point guard,
No,
or is she
no.
more
Not
of a
necessarily. She
I would say
doesn't play
two.
like
She's more
one.
of a two.
exactly? So like, and then on top of that, Taya Cooper was a transfer, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
right?
she
Like,
came.
I don't
She
think
came
she
from.
started.
I think she came from South Carolina the
She
year
came
before.
from South Carolina and
I think
transferred
so.
to Baylor. So once again, when we talk about Kim Mulkey coached point guards from freshman year to senior year, how many you have in a 24-year head coaching career? She has a 40-year coaching career, but a 24-year head coaching career. We only can name one.
I
And
just
that's
want
out
to
of
say this
system.
too, real quick. If we're keeping it a buck, and this is just keeping it a buck, has she developed bigs as well, or has she just
She's got
recruited, or
transferred.
has she just recruited well? Because if we're keeping it a buck,
I'm about to
from
say.
Brittany Griner's freshman year to her senior year, did she truly get that much better? Or was it just her physical ability to be
She was
bigger
just
and
dominant.
stronger than everyone else, right? If you look at Angel Reese, I think Angel Reese, I think that it's hard to say if she actually got better at LSU because she was playing through injuries at Maryland. So I think
Right.
LSU was the first time where she was actually fully healthy. She knew the team was her team. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so she could play
Right,
her
right.
game. So did she really develop? Angel? Because Angel's still shooting from her
No.
hip, respectfully, right? Like, a coach is not going to allow you to do that at a collegiate level. Like, you're going to try to slowly fix it. And again, fixing your shot isn't an overnight type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's something that she had her for 2 years. It's something
2
that you should
years.
have been able to work on, right?
Mhm.
Absolutely.
We can go back. What other like?
I mean,
We can talk-
Anissa was
Anissa.
dominant at DePaul.
Yeah,
Correct.
she
Right.
was.
She moved in
Anissa was
Washington.
already her then.
In transfer, like let's get away from the transfers, right? Let's talk about straight up recruited into the program and developed from freshman to senior. Seriously. And even if you go back to the whole transfer thing, I know I just said forget about the transfers, but even if you go back to the transfers, like even in 2 years, have you developed anyone that hasn't already been that person prior to getting
Yeah.
there?
Exactly.
Right.
Because
And
Angel
that's
was
my
already
point. Like,
hooping in Maryland.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, and that's my point. I don't think, like, if we're keeping it a buck in the 40-year career, or we'll say the 20 whatever year career that she's been the head coach, 24, whatever you said, like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I can name 5 people that she truly developed and they went on to the WNBA and did well.
Absolutely. So let's bring it back.
So real
Wrap it
quick,
all up.
Yeah, pull up. Hey Wiley, pull up the stat real quick.
real
that,
quick
tweet.
for I got you on that low to answer
Okay.
your question. K Dot, 3 point guards have been drafted to the WNBA. You got Chloe Jackson,
Chloe Jackson,
2019, Juicy Landrum, 2020,
Yep.
and
Yep.
Alexis Morris, 2023.
Yep. There you go. And
You
none
said
of them
who?
were in the
Alexis Morris?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she got drafted. Yeah, remember?
And none of
forgot-
them,
I
and
forgot.
none
Yeah.
of them are currently
Alexis
none of them
Morris
are
didn't
currently
even
playing
play a
in the
game.
WNBA.
Right.
None
What
of
is
them.
that? What is
None of
this? Lo, you
So
read it.
we just gonna read this real quick for the people that's not looking. Someone tweeted, "This is kind of hard to believe, but LSU still hasn't beaten an SEC team ranked in the AP's top 12 under Kim Mulkey. They're now 0-8 in those games. 5 losses to South Carolina, 2 to Texas, and 1 to Kentucky. And now we can add 1 more to Vanderbilt. That's problematic.
That's insane. And it gets overlooked because they won that one chip. So
Correct.
the one
But
ring
this is a whole
changes
different
everything.
team.
It's
Like,
not enough.
Man,
I think the only player still from there was Flage. The whole team is different from there.
Right.
yeah.
Because Flage
Absolutely.
she was
She was
a
a freshman.
She was a freshman.
Yeah, she was a freshman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that, to kind of on my side, at least, to wrap it all up with the whole LSU thing, it's more so, you talk a good game on paper, you talk a good game in the press conferences, you talk a good game, in November and December. But when it truly matters, from January to the beginning of March, where we're heading to Greenville and starting, SEC tournament play, what are you going to do to help mitigate all of the issues that you currently see now, because you haven't seen them early, because you refuse to schedule appropriately? Like, my thing is, as a coach, never be afraid to schedule, because we see it oftentimes with Tennessee. They schedule very, very hard in the beginning of the season, November, December. They pick it up a little bit in January, February, and then suddenly they start winning those games you didn't see them winning in November and December.
Yep.
That's what builds character. That's what
Absolutely.
builds, those type of camaraderie type teams that can, ultimately be successful in postseason play. So, it's not a shock to me that LSU is off to a bad start. I don't know what type of adjustments they're going to make, because by average, their front court is playing roughly 22 and a half, 23 minutes per game. When you get out rebounded profusely, when you get out hustled down low, like that's always a major issue. I think the biggest thing from a strategy standpoint is to try to run and gun, play solid defense on the perimeter. But when that doesn't work, it's just not going to happen. And mind you, they have been playing close games in SEC play. I know it's been 2 games, and both of those games were close, and they could have easily won those games. However, you're still on the losing end, because there's no strategy. There's no I believe that without strategy, there also isn't any type of strategic mentality when it comes to the players. Like, what are you drawing up in the huddles? I mean, is it just, oh nah, you gotta get up on there and got doggone rebound the ball? Like, what are we doing?
But this is their issue. Just want to point this out. Like, they haven't had to draw anything up down the stretch. So this is games where they had to do
exactly
that. Like,
no type of sense of scenario. No type of sense, like none of it. Like when you went on that 8 or 9 game streak of 100 plus points per game, like that's not helping you.
It's not helping even when kids.
And even so, and this is from my coaching experience, even if we were blowing out a team, I always called a timeout to make sure that we put a scenario in. Let's say if we were down 2, but that's not happening, and that's where I look at it and say, well, everything looks good on paper until you step on the floor. And right now, in these last 2 games, they look like a very, very mediocre, middle of the pack SEC team that could be on the verge, respectfully, to go sub 500 if they don't get their act together.
And the craziest part about the craziest part about the whole thing is, like, they have individual talent. Like, a lot of the players on that team are very talented. I mean, you have Bella on the bench. Like, you have players on the bench that can score the basketball too and get busy. But like you said, I think that they don't have that premier, like, front court player in regards to, like, a big. So that's problematic. And I think it's just a lack of discipline, period. Like, I don't care. People might be mad that I'm saying it, but this LSU team has too much talent for them to fold in the half court the way that they do. If they're not out in transition, they are not a good team in the half court. And it's mind-boggling because they have talent. You know what I'm saying? And so
not running good
I
sets.
think for me, that's coaching and discipline for sure.
And that's why you got to have somebody that's able to run those sets and really run the half court. Honestly, like, that's why I didn't understand the adjustment of
putting for Wiley in
at a point guard. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
I agree.
Question, and this is a serious question. Do they even have a point guard? Like,
I think
all of
Jada,
these
right?
Is Jada really a point guard?
I think she's put in that position, yes. Like, I don't know if that's like her natural
I don't think it's
her natural position, but she has been put in that position. So I think
She's
that's
been
why
put
they
in that
consider her the point
position,
guard.
just like how Kim put Haley Van Lith in that position
Mhm.
almost 2 years ago, right?
Yep.
So
That's a good
that's
comparison.
the overall. That's the issue. No
Yep.
floor general, right?
It's needed for basketball.
It's needed.
Yep.
Is needed for basketball. I'm not even going to bring up all of the other, dynamic point guards that we have in this in NCAA women's basketball, but I mean, it's clear as day that it is needed. So, I mean, what are we doing here, guys? Like,
It's a problem across basketball in general. Like teams not having point guards, and 9 times out of 10 they struggle in the half court in money time or shit the whole damn game. But for sure in money time, so you need point guards, and then they just trying to do the point guard by committee shit is not gonna get it done.
It's not.
Absolutely not.
BB made a good point. Lack of discipline and the fact that they have too much to worry about. They try to make their big three happy. And I agree with that 100%.
Absolutely.
I think that because of the transfers they got, because of the talent, because we have to remember that their freshman class was the best freshman class or the highest ranked freshman class coming in last year. Mm-hmm. So you bring in that freshman class, but then you go out in the portal and get Fo Wiley, who you know you have to also keep happy. Like I think it's so many dynamics that's also going on, like because you want to keep her happy, you brought her over, but then the freshmen are like, hey, we signed on so that we can play too. So it's I think it's a lot of dynamics, that way as well. Like we want Ford to touch the ball sometimes because again, she's the leader and we want her to go to the WNBA. MK, she gonna have to have her shots too. We want to keep Fo Wiley happy. Like it's a lot of people that they have to keep happy there. So then I think that also plays a part in things as well.
All of this is just a storm of how the players act, how the fans act. That's why this is even a big thing. If it wasn't like how the fans act or even how the team act in general, this probably wouldn't even be that big of an issue. But you go against a team like Duke, you get down, you come back, and at that time, Duke couldn't even found themselves yet. You talking crazy, you yelling in the coach face, you moonwalk that shit back so fast, and then you start playing this real competition, and now you looking real crazy, and they schedule don't get easier. Shit, they're
in a powerhouse conference.
Yeah, they got Texas on Sunday, then the following Sunday they got Oklahoma.
God bless.
Like,
who's defending Reagan Beers? God bless. Koval, because Koval,
you better get your act together. You in the SEC, good sister. You
this
deal
ain't
with Reagan Beers. You gonna have to deal with Medina Cole.
Koval has not gotten better since last year. Can we just say that as well, or is that too early to say? She has not gotten better since last year. I just want to throw that out there.
I mean, that's the problem with, like, I understand, even from like when I was coaching, like I understand you have like a cupcake team at the beginning, maybe two, but you can't have. Come on, man. She probably not in shape.
The whole team.
The whole team.
We're gonna be real.
Yeah, she probably not. But you can't keep having all these. That's why we were saying we can call haters like we don't give a fuck about you scoring 100 points straight against.
But it's like when the score is like 120-30 is nuts.
Like what?
Right. Yeah, that's nuts. That's ridiculous.
No, you damn near can't do that shit in a video game. Like you, come on, man. That's not even. That's
and
not
then if you
fun.
think about it, all that was in transition. It wasn't half court set.
Yeah, like what Nick said earlier. Once these teams get up by a dub against these lower division schools, it's over with. They didn't pack it in the check and cleared that they got cut.
Checked out.
Yeah, like they're done. They're not. The coach ain't really coaching like that shit no more. Like
you just going through the motions, yeah.
Yeah, you going through the motions. Like what you gonna do? And then this shit happens. I mean, I feel like I see somebody in the chat. Jay Lynn said, "Do they even make the Sweet 16 this year?"
It's still possible.
I think
they're talented enough to make the Sweet 16. For sure.
I think it depends on. It depends on, of course, what the bracket looks like, but I think they do.
Yeah, for sure. But then there's been a lot of excuses for LSU. Like, ain't no excuses, man.
There should not be any excuses whatsoever. Here's the thing: if you claim that you are the best team in the country, you got to make sure that you are competing.
Hold on, who said that? They
What's
said
that?
that they was the best.
No, I'm just saying, like, if they
Oh.
believe that they're the best,
Hey, look
if
at
they,
Lola.
I'm saying, like, if they believe that they are the best team, I probably should have said that, but I didn't. But if you believe that you are the best team in the country, then you need to schedule yourselves against the other top contending teams in the country. That's why I respect Dawn for the way that she schedules. Like even last year, like she scheduled like TCU and non-con, she scheduled Duke and non-con, and even this year, like she had a couple. I mean, obviously they had to face Texas in that little tournament thing, but she scheduled other tournament caliber teams. Like there are non-con, because these are teams that you might potentially play in the tournament. These are teams that you're going to have to prepare for. Then on top of that, prepare for a powerhouse SEC conference.
Now I will say this SEC run that LSU is about to go on, I think it will help prepare them for the tournament though. So it's a good thing.
Oh yeah,
it's a good thing that they are in the SEC, because they'll at least have experience in playing in these close games. Like they lost these two. Like K-Dot said, they very well could have won it if they just made a few less mistakes, rebound the ball better. But these games will help them build character. It'll help them gain experience, and it'll help them just feel more comfortable when it's go time like that. Because if you're not put in that position often, you get I mean, they're humans at the end of the day. Like you get nervous, like you second guessing yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so just by experiencing like these scenarios more and more, it'll definitely make them a better team by the end of the season.
It definitely will.
And also just another thing, I mean, like going through the rest of conference play, y'all targets. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna let up on y'all. Texas ain't gonna let up. Oklahoma not gonna let up. South Carolina not gonna let up on them. Hell, even teams like Florida and Alabama, they're not gonna let up on you either.
So. They got Florida coming up too.
Yeah,
they got Florida. So, it's not an easy conference, man. And it's when you got like think about the top 5 coming into the season. We've seen everybody play top competition. It's January 6th. We just now seeing them in January play, some real competition. So that's a long ways to go. Just human nature. Like when you're playing lesser competition, you just not gonna go that hard. You know what I'm saying? Like
USC don't even got Juju and they playing better competition.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna get up for games. You're not gonna get up for games when you're not. You're just not. And when you're 19, 20, it's easy. It's easy. You get punched. You're like, I don't know what to do. Your coaching staff confused. They don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. So here you go.
Hang on, Wally. Pull up that one comment, Wally.
The coaching staff too busy on Twitter.
I'm still blaming Kim. This is
oh my god. You got a clip? You got a clip for us?
I'm about to say, yeah, because Kim had the nerve to just like call her team out or whatever. I mean, I know that y'all lost, but like this is all on you too.
Kim said if I scheduled any harder, we might not win.
Schedule any differently? Not really. Probably good thing that we did play that, right? Because if we'd have played anything tougher, we might be sitting here with a lot of losses.
Yo, no,
you know what you recruited, bro. It's the passive aggressiveness for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, it's the
look on her face.
This is your team. I ain't trying to hear this.
Quiet thing out loud.
I'm not trying to hear this. This is your team. These are the players you brought to your program, dog. I'm not trying to hear this, dog.
She definitely thought that shit was a bar.
Come on.
All right, y'all. We've been talking about it for 48 minutes.
We are. Anything else on them before we get move on from them? Anything else on LS? Good thing. Hey, I ain't gonna reveal what K-Dot be saying about foe. I ain't gonna let y'all know that shit.
Fly J, you not even Fly J.
Right, that clip was funny. They've been. Yeah. Hey, well, I ain't gonna lie though. It's been some A1 content since they lost.
I will say that too. I agree.
A1 content. Listen, when the internet ain't being dumb and they just being funny, it's a funny place,
This
boy.
is the kind of content I wanted the Liberty to have when they won 2 years ago. And they was weak. Like, their content was so weak. Like, I wanted them to pump their chest out and talk their shit. I like it. But
yeah.
It's been A1 content for sure.
Listen, the Liberty don't know how to win. So that's why they don't know how to talk shit. So
that is a fact. It's a New York-based basketball team. They don't know.
Yeah.
Just don't know.
I get it. I get it. All right. Moving on to Unrivaled. Unrivaled season 2 started. Oh shit, that was last night. Oh no, yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, it started early yesterday.
People went to their work, but it jumped off yesterday. The first 2 games of the day was Miss versus the Hive. Miss won 72-56. They was getting busy. The Miss was. The second game in the afternoon was Vinyl versus Laces. Laces won 58-42. The nightcap, you had Lunar Isles versus Rose. Rose won 80-62. And the last game of the evening, Breeze versus Phantom, 69-62. I'm gonna give it to you, Lo, first. What was your thoughts on night one or day one? How you want to put it?
So I definitely didn't watch the games early on the day because people got to work, and I'm not sure why it started at 1:00. But
Did we notice how we missed that? I'm sorry, Lo, but how we missed them times?
I have no
I don't know
clue.
how y'all missed it. I
didn't know until Nick started
Yeah.
talking about it. And I'm like,
Look,
hold on,
that's
wait.
because
you're playing
we were still on chill mode. We were trying to
Facts.
milk all the time that we had left. before
Hey,
we
I
did
was still at chill mode too. What you mean? I was.
You know, but even when we was
This was
talking
one of the
like,
greatest 2 weeks of my life. I ain't gonna hold you.
look, when we was talking
Nothing
when Brendan was on 2 weeks ago, I don't even think we talked about the time. Did we talk about the times?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't
Okay,
think
It's
so.
funny because I saw the flyer like going around Twitter, but I didn't even look at the time because I just assumed that it was at the same time as it was last year, and it was usually in the evening. So I just assumed. I didn't even think. But anyway,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Starting early on a Monday is nuts.
it is, and it's not even. It would have been better if it was a Monday that everyone was off. Like last
The day
Monday
everybody go
before
back to
last.
work.
Like if it was like MLK Day, I could see that.
Right.
It was like everybody, majority of the world is off work at that time.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. But,
keep that thing on me, that iPad.
I
yeah,
play
that's
right on my
true.
phone.
I'm
Go
crying.
ahead.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
ended up
Lo.
putting up on my phone once you said it, Nick. But I mean, my biggest takeaway is I'm just happy basketball's back. Like professional women's basketball's back. The two players that I kind of, or I guess three players I want to kind of highlight is Chelsea Gray.
Danny, they did start 2 weeks early.
What they say, Lo?
They told me she was washed, Nick.
They definitely told us that
They
last
called her
year, this time.
everything but the child of God. You know what I'm saying? They told me she was washed. They said the old point guards need to move out the way and let the young bucks. Baby, let me tell y'all something. I'm doubling down. Chelsea is the best point guard to ever play in the WNBA. And I'm standing 10 toes on it. Chelsea Gray is the best point guard to ever play in the WNBA. And I do realize that this is Unrivaled. It has nothing to do with the WNBA. But my good sister, who is older than a lot of people there, is still giving them buckets, okay?
Yep.
35 points, 8 assists. Like, y'all favorites not doing this. Putting the team on her back, scoring in any way possible from all three levels. Hell, Shakira Austin just tweeted today, I'm so glad I get to wake up tomorrow and Chelsea Gray is my point guard.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Shakira ain't never seen nobody like that. She ain't never heard nobody like that.
Ever.
Boy. She in heaven.
Ever. Like, and the thing is, it's not even just on the offensive end. We saw what she did in the finals, and I won't even say the finals. We saw what she did during that entire playoff run last year. Defending fours, defending threes, defending bigger bodies.
Hold on, Lo. Her ankle touched the earth, and she still was hooping.
Exactly,
Facts.
but people want to say people want LSU injured and stuff. Please, like, come on now. We saw what her ankle did, and she still got up and was hooping.
Hold on, it did it twice.
Correct.
Oh yeah, she did do it twice. Yeah.
Correct. So it's like, it's just, I'm not just saying, because people, I guess, again, and I think Jay said it right. Most times we're early. We're never wrong with the takes. We're just early.
Not.
And
We
I
always
might have
ahead of everybody.
prematurely said it. I don't feel like I did, but I've been saying this for the last 2.5 years. Chelsea Gray is the best point guard to ever play in the WNBA. And you can argue with whoever, but you're not arguing with me because you're not changing my opinion. It's things that I've seen her do as a basketball player that I've never seen another point guard in the WNBA do. And that's that on that. Now, the second person is on the young team. What are they called? Breeze? Is that the young team?
Breeze,
Okay.
my young bucks. My
The
young
kids.
bucks.
I actually enjoyed them a lot last night. And
Yes, I
when Brendan
watched
was
this
on the
morning.
podcast, I said that was one of the teams I wanted to see play because they have a lot of offensive firepower. But the defense is actually what stood out the most to me yesterday.
I said it.
Two things.
They was moving. They was moving them
Correct.
puppies.
Two things. Unrivaled is going to be so great for Paige. So great for Paige. And so
Dog,
great
did you
for the
see
fans.
what she was doing?
And she
Paige-
wants that competition too.
Paige was cooking, dog.
Yes.
Paige was cooking, and she was literally holding her own on the defensive end too. Like
Yeah.
she was cooking. And I think for me, it's even more important because y'all know for years I've always loved Paige, right? But y'all know for years my biggest knock on her has been she's too selfless. I
Yes.
hate that she's not selfish. I hate that she's not more selfish. Like, and I get it. Paige always makes the right play. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I just personally like players that when you know you're the best player on the team, you go out and shoot the ball when you need to. You do what you have to do to go win the game. Like, those are just players those are the kind of players that I gravitate towards to and like. And so I think in an unrivaled setting, we'll get to see more of Paige's toolbox because it's basically one-on-one. You're playing 3-on-3, but it's basically one-on-one, right? Because there's no help side defense. It's nothing like that. So I'm excited to see Paige play. And last night, I think that was a great first showing. And then also the young phenom that has the potential to be the best player ever, Dominique Malonga, right?
Man, she was shooting threes. She was moving them puppies.
Listen, now, I thought AB was going to cook her. I'm not going to lie. Because Aaliyah Boston, to me, is the best center in the WNBA. Okay? Right? Especially if we're talking about the best back-to-the-basket center. To me, she's the best center in the WNBA. So I was like, damn, it's going to be tough for Dom tonight. Like, but I think this league is going to be so important for her development. Like, what other league is she playing in the offseason that's going to give her this type of competition? So I think I'm just very excited to see her continue to grow. And unfortunately, Noelle is still her coach, but it is what it is.
Hold on, and blonde hair Rakia was cooking,
and was getting fouled.
God.
Like shit.
Yo,
bro, the refs were not calling anything.
No, they weren't. No, she was doing. Man, that team showed me a lot for sure. But and like you said, Paige was giving them however you wanted buckets. You want it here, I'm gonna give it to you here. You want it here, I'm gonna give it to you here. She was a lot of fun to watch. But go ahead, Nick.
Night one was great. I'm not gonna lie. It really made me realize how much I missed Unrivaled. And like high level hoops from start to finish.
Pro players is what we meant.
Pro
for
players
sure.
too. And that's the thing too. Like as I'm watching the game, and it's like, bro, like this is completely different from what I've been seeing the past couple of months with college basketball. Like the pace is faster, is way more physical.
We can understand
exactly, but I mean, it's still professional players at the end of the day getting after it. And I think that's one thing that I appreciate about these players, that they're bringing 100% on both ends of the floor, and it's going to be very beneficial for them to move forward. But I could dive into the team. But first, I'll say this because I've been seeing so many people complaining about 3-on-3. Oh, this league is a developmental or everything. And I'm like, there's no way y'all love ball. Just no way y'all love ball out here, man.
People don't like sports, man.
I was saying 3-on-3 is a staple in basketball, bro. Like I could tell y'all ain't never been to the park to play pickup. I could tell y'all ain't never been.
These kids nowadays.
Exactly. I could tell y'all ain't never been to open gym. Whenever
the good from the elite.
Exactly. Like y'all ain't never had to go, hey, shoot for captain. I shoot, you shoot, we pick.
They wasn't playing on the blacktop, Nick.
They was not playing on the blacktop. They wasn't playing with the chain nets, man. Like, come on, man. Like this is all a staple, honestly. Like, and people always try to say, oh, 3-on-3 is like a rec league type thing. I'm like, yo, like, come on, y'all. Like, just
don't ever call 3-on-3 rec league. That's
crazy. Players could probably develop more with Unrivaled.
You got to be better, to be honest. You got to have a bag and be able to score.
You got to have a bag and you got to defend.
You got to.
3-on-3 will humble you. Trust me.
It will humble you.
Exactly. Ain't that much help defense.
Jalen said they never play ball in other people's projects, right? And almost not make it home because you about to get your ass beat from talking trash.
Nah, literally, yeah. So that was just something that I wanted to say because I've been seeing people all in the timeline the past couple of days. I'm like, yo, like the fact.
But most of those are Caitlyn fans because she's not playing.
That's true. That is definitely true.
Like my tweet went viral today, and as I was looking at the comments before I muted it, all the people that were complaining, I clicked on their profile. They're all Caitlyn fans.
Yeah. Listen, they're not these top. Come on, man.
But it's so crazy too how like people will like, try to. But it's crazy how like people will talk shit about this league, but then they'll get mad if Asia's not playing. They're mad that Asia's not playing. Like, how you go? Like, how is this? If this league's not so good, then why does it matter if Asia's playing or not? Like, that's something that doesn't make sense to me. But just diving into the teams, like, I think Breeze is by far my favorite team. Like, I try not to really pick a favorite team, but like when you look at just the roster, like, and I even talked about it when Brandon was on the show. Like, we know the offense, like the offensive ability that they have. But when I was looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you talk about Ari McDonald, being able to guard. Being able to guard ball handlers, being able to apply full court pressure, Paige is a great defender. Cameron Brink's a great defender, even though she does have a fouling issue. I think that she needs to be more disciplined on that end. Dom is a great defender. Rakia has grown into a really great defender. So I knew, like, obviously they have great offensive weapons, but if this team can get after it defensively, like to me, they could be one of the top teams in the Unrivaled, honestly. And I'll say this, like, I got a take here, and if y'all don't agree, I really don't care. But just being real, like when I look
Are you talking to us?
lineup,
Are you talking to the crowd?
I'm talking to everybody. I'm talking to
Oh
everybody.
shit, okay. I'm
Everybody.
ready for this.
But like when I look at the lineup with Paige Beckers, Rakia Jackson, and Dominique Malonga, that might be the best lineup in the league. When you look at it from an offensive perspective, when you think about it. Cause like there's literally small, like a minimum amount of flaws in their game. And as I'm watching the game, I realized something too. I was like, man, like obviously they can all step outside, they can shot create and all that. But what stands out to me is that you can put all three of them in the post, which is actually crazy. Like all three of them get played with their back to the basket.
Yeah.
And there was a possession where I think Paige was bringing the ball down the corner transition, Dom's running, but then I think Dom was intended to run to the basket, but then she stopped because here goes Rakia over here posting up. Like that's when I realized I'm like, yo, like you can put these three players anywhere on the floor and they're gonna cook. And I think that's just really incredible to me. Another team that I was impressed with is the Laces. I think the Laces really have a good chance of winning this year. Not even gonna lie. And I think the biggest thing for them last year was really health, honestly. When you talk about Jackie was hurt throughout last year, even when Tip Hayes was on the team. Yeah, something like that. Even with Tip Hayes was on the team last year. She got hurt as well.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is health, honestly. I mean, obviously you got the same players. You got Alyssa Thomas, you got Jackie Young and the other players. Jackie had a really strong performance in that matchup, especially like late in the game where I think she had like a big steal, knocked down a three, and then ended up hitting the game-winning shot.
Yeah,
like when that team is fully healthy, they are a hard team to beat. Like especially with all the weapons that they do have. So that was a big win for them last night or yesterday per se. Of course, Rose is going to be in contention this year, obviously with the point guard. But then you also add on Azurá Stevens had a really good performance yesterday. If you ask me, I don't think she's getting highlighted enough. Shakira Austin as well. I love her addition to the team. So I'll be real, like there's some legitimate title contenders on this team, or excuse me, title contenders like in this league, if you ask me. Another team that I really like too, and I think, and even though they lost yesterday, but I still think that they'll figure it out, is Hive. I really like the roster that they do have, man. I think what stood out to me was really the defense. Like when I'm seeing Sanaya Rivers being able to hold their own, in the post, being able to defend the post. When I'm seeing other players as well, like Sonia Citron, find different ways to score. Like I know that they lost yesterday, and I know that they were down like double digits and stuff, but this is a team that I can possibly see figuring it out. I think they have the right tools and the right personnel to do it. I think it's just going to take a couple of reps, probably just a couple of games for them to really get a feel for one another, to really build that chemistry. But overall, if you ask me, like day one of Unrivaled didn't disappoint. I'm excited to see what the rest of the season brings.
And
I
think
just
about
want to say
teams.
this real quick, that I said it the first day we talked about Unrivaled when they unveiled the rosters. The Lunar Owls got worse. Just wanted to say that.
Yeah. Yo, how many shots Marina maybe take last night? Like 25?
I mean, she had to. Sky and Fee ain't playing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now that Fee is out, I mean, they're
y'all
They're done.
y'all don't think they have a chance of running things through Aaliyah Edwards?
No.
You don't like it run through Aaliyah Edwards? Okay.
It's not about me not liking her. They're
No.
not.
I'm not saying y'all don't like her, but like y'all don't think they will ever like run anything through her?
No.
No.
So proud, man.
One thing last year showed about Unrivaled is teams can definitely start slow and win it all.
Finish,
Because Rose, they was getting cooked every week. They was trying to fire the coach and every damn thing.
And now people want Nola to be a WNBA coach. I'm like, I was literally just saying, calling for her job.
Right. So we could definitely, we don't know. We could definitely see teams start off slow, but like I'm just excited for this to be back. But what about you, K-Dot? Did you have a chance to watch the games?
Yeah, I had a chance to watch the games, and I was very excited. For those matchups yesterday. One in particular, of course, Rose. Of course, they always get my attention because of Chelsea Gray, and I want to shout out my girl Shay, because like she and shout out to her. She's out in LA. She's one of the funniest people on Twitter. Yesterday, she said that Chelsea Gray will play the best hoops you ever seen and just walk off like Viola Davis. Like, yo, how unhinged.
Yo, one of the comments was crazy for that.
Yeah.
Yo, and
But
somebody,
it's funny because everyone knew exactly what she meant.
Everybody.
And what's crazy is somebody actually did a walk-off compilation after she hit the game winner.
Now I gotta see that
You gotta
shit.
send
Now
me
I
that,
gotta see
Kata.
that
I ain't see
shit.
that.
Let me find
You
it.
definitely gotta send that.
But what I did like yesterday is I loved Alicia Gray's her energy and in her prowess from a scoring standpoint. Mist looked really, really good to me.
They did.
I loved Breeze in that nightcap. I know Breeze and Phantom was going at it. I heard there was some rumblings about Phantom calling them kids, and
They
this,
did,
that, and the
because Paige
third.
talked about it.
And and that's when Paige was like, "All right,
Kids
y'all
whoop
want to
y'all
call
ass,
us
man.
kids? You know, I'm gonna go off on y'all." And another thing that stood out to me was, of course, Jackie Young. You know, I think a lot of Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, they're coming off of this championship high, and they want to show everyone, listen, yeah, we're coming off this championship, but listen, we coming right back. We trying to build our game. Like, we trying to be this dynasty. We're already a dynasty, but we're trying to go back to back again. And this is, our opportunity to hone our skills like we did last year. We know that unfortunately Jackie Young was in and out of the lineup due to injury and things of that nature. So hopefully she stays healthy. But I got to give it to you, in regards to like the Luna Owls, like, because Fee won't be participating. She's out 4 to 6 months with ankle repairs. I think that
Is it both ankles?
Yeah,
I want to say it's both ankles.
Yeah,
They found some spurs. I want to say it was some spurs. And you know what happens when you roll your ankle the very first time in life. That's when and you don't get it treated the way you're supposed to get it treated. Obviously, those bone spurs can continue to mess with you. So they had to go in and clean both the right and the left ankles up to kind of clean that up. So prayers to a speedy recovery for the co-founder. But besides the games, I participated in the presser earlier that morning before the first game started with the president, Alex Bazel, and their commissioner. And oh God, forgive me for it's Mickey Lawler. Yeah, I was blanking on her name, but Mickey Lawler, the commissioner, and they talked about things from an operational standpoint, and how they looked at last year, saw that it was a success, but what they did this year to help improve the operational part of Unrivaled more. And it was very, very interesting, of course, with the midst of this whole CBA negotiation within the WNBA. And of course, the comments that Fee made, if I'm not mistaken, either yesterday or today, regarding operational and saying, listen, I'm a part of a league that I've co-created, and I think that I could do, or I think that I know, the business, better than some of what we have in our current league now. So what they were saying, I mean, Mickey was more so just talking about the growth, what improvements have been made from an operational standpoint, from broadcasting all the way up to kind of like branding and merchandising and things of that nature. And Alex made a good point regarding just from a operational standpoint, saying, listen, we welcome the WNBA. This is not a competition between Unrivaled and the WNBA. We want this to be an opportunity to work with the WNBA in order to help sustain great sustainability between both leagues. And he didn't say it verbatim, but of course I feel like he was alluding to the whole CBA negotiations, and obviously with his wife being vice president of the Players Association and things of that nature. Of course, that's always going to be mentioned, but I think that we have to kind of scale back a little bit. And this is just me, going into a business mindset. We know that the WNBA has been around for 28, 29 years. There is a operational model that they follow, and that is precedent of the NBA. So yes, Unrivaled is a great league, and I think that they started from scratch on how they wanted to treat their the players that are involved. I know that it's going to be completely different, from a WNBA standpoint, because again, we're not talking about someone just coming out of the blue saying, hey, I want to create a league. This has been the WNBA has been created based off of another league. And the biggest thing about the whole revenue sharing discrepancies and things of that nature is the league that created the league, they want the optimal I guess revenue for it. And does it suck? Absolutely. It absolutely sucks. But when we look at it, from a business standpoint, we want to take Unrivaled and we want to make sure Unrivaled don't make, the same mistake, or don't make the same or set the same precedent that the NBA is making. So I say all of this to say, let's try to keep these two leagues as Unrivaled is Unrivaled and the WNBA is the WNBA. And every time you try to intersect and try to cross, paths, with the business side of it, especially if you don't know jack shit about the business side of it, it just
a lot of
makes
people
you
don't know anything
sound,
about business in general.
period. Just
That was
period.
That was an aggressive jack shit, boy.
I land my plane on this. Enjoy watching the league as a fan. Like, don't put your hat on thinking that you know more than what the people that are involved in these business dealings know. So I mean,
that's
but
true.
overall, I thought that day one or week one starting Unrivaled, on the basketball side was an amazing show of entertainment for us, because professional basketball is back on the women's side, and we are extremely excited to continue to talk our shit and continue to enjoy it as fans first, and then as basketball enthusiasts / analysts later. So it was a great showing by all the teams, but I think Rose, they're trying to defend their title. I think the Mist for sure are trying to compensate from what happened last year, because on paper they looked incredible.
They did.
On paper, but
They definitely
on the court they were trash, right?
They were.
So this year, with the acquisition of Alicia Gray, right?
Great pickup.
That was a great pickup.
Great pickup.
And also the acquisition of Veronica.
Isn't Enrique
Burton
new
coming
too?
up. And Enrique is new as well. I think
Enrique was with
Enrique
Vinyl
came
last
from
year.
Vinyl. Yeah.
Vinyl.
So with those acquisitions, I think the biggest thing for me, as a Mist fan right now, is the Veronica Burton pickup.
Yeah.
That's
one of the ones, dog.
Key, right?
Oh my god.
So the way
she
that
does
she's
everything.
able to, yes, absolutely. So man, we're up for a good 6 to 8 weeks of 3-on-3 basketball. Nick mentioned it earlier. Dog, if you never played 3-on-3 basketball, you're not a hooper for real, because 3-on-3, that's where the big pants are put on for real. It teaches you the discipline of how to play defense. It teaches you the discipline of getting your own bucket.
Yep.
You can't rely too much on screening.
Playing through physicality, because they ain't calling nothing.
Physicality, like it's
on an
for
island.
real. Championship teams are made in 3-on-3 work. I guarantee you. Championship teams are made on 3-on-3 work, because it teaches you the communication. It teaches you all of that. And listen, again, for them to do it, in a full court setting, man, it's amazing. So I'm loving it.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm glad they didn't do the big three type situation, half court shit. I mean, he got to with
I
them
agree
old
too.
dudes.
I don't like
Hey,
that.
That's unique.
Big three
The
had
full
no choice
court-
though. some of them dudes wasn't gonna make it in no.
Nah, they
I
weren't.
mean, yeah,
gonna
for
make
sure, for sure.
Yeah, I was
Nah,
saying,
nah.
they're
Hell
a lot
no.
older.
Hell no.
too.
These are professional women in their peak, and
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. So,
But I will say everybody should just enjoy it because who knows if we're going to actually have a W season this year.
That's also true. That's also
Yeah.
true. You know,
Yes.
currently they're still having, you know, problems with revenue share. Like the biggest thing is revenue share.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
That's the biggest
they've been
thing.
saying that from the
Yeah.
beginning. Like the
They've been saying that
WNBA is
for
trying to
years
throw all this
now.
other shit in there, and it's like, no, we want
Yeah,
the revenue
yeah.
sharing. Period.
I'm about to
They
say, I
just want to
remember-
throw a whole bunch of money at them and say, "Here, yeah, we're giving you money."
Right.
No, we
that's
don't
not,
want
you're
that.
not hearing us.
You're
Right.
not hearing us, right? Absolutely. Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
But yeah, man, y'all catch out. We gonna find a way. We're gonna do some live games, man. It wasn't. I had said in the group chat. It was weird. We watched every single game of Unrivaled last year together.
We did.
Mhm.
Every
And it was
single
fun
one.
too.
That
It was
shit was
fun,
so
too.
fun.
We
And
was
y'all
on there
was
drinking
there.
because it was the weekend. We was cooked.
Oh my god! Especially the weekend. Oh yeah, them
Uh,
Friday, Saturday. Oh my god, we was.
And I'm
loose.
getting off. I'm getting off with y'all when y'all doing the games, going to the press conference. I'm like, oh, it's different. It's different when you guys are commentating, you know, because of course I got, you know, it's on mute. The true commentary is on mute. I'm listening to you guys.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
going into these press conferences, I want to ask, yo, what the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? You see what I did there?
God, you funny. Yo, funny as hell, man. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Also check out AU for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna keep it a stack.
I
Rules
can't
for
hear.
that.
We can't hear you, Jay.
You can't hear me?
Now
yeah,
you can.
your sound was breaking up.
Oh, I still need to read up on those rules.
Yeah, I don't understand the league.
I
Let's
still
be
need
real.
to figure it out. We're gonna do that shit though before
I
that
know.
get started. We definitely
I
gonna do
really,
it.
you
and
talking
listen,
about
I really want to support it. I really
Yeah, me
do,
too.
but-
I definitely.
Oh, yeah, Athletes Unlimited is very unique. It's an individual scoring format, basically.
Yeah.
You get
We're gonna talk
an
about
extra. You just
Yeah,
get.
we're
an
gonna
extra
talk. We're
amount
gonna
of
I feel like
definitely
you
rap
just gotta
about this
watch
shit.
it because I
That's what I'm
understood it
saying.
more
I
when I
still
watched.
don't get it.
I think you just gotta watch because when somebody was
Yeah,
explaining this
yeah.
to me, I'm like, I have no clue what you're
I've
talking
had
about.
mad people try to explain it. I still
Right.
don't.
Man, I've
get
been
it.
but I like watching because they was hooping though. Shit, it was like
Yeah, I mean they can play out there. They can compete.
So think about it this way, y'all. Let's say we have a 5-point scale, 1 through 5, right? Let's say 5 points is actually scoring a bucket, right? So anytime you score a bucket, you get 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
and
Anytime
it's
you
on
grab
leaderboard.
every time you grab a rebound, you get 4 points. Every time you get a steal, you get 3 points. Every time you get a block, you get 2 points. You know, things of that nature. And you know, it's a whole leaderboard thing. So anytime someone gets, you know, X amount of points, it's almost like almost like
The
follow the
captain?
leader. Yeah, they
I did
become
see that.
captain for the week, and then they pick their teams, and you know it's unique.
Dylan,
It's
shut up,
unique.
It is unique,
It's
but it's
unique.
just hooping, so just watch it.
Right.
Like, come on,
right,
just hoop, man.
Yeah.
Enough of all
But you know,
this,
people,
man.
people gotta have like a niche and stuff, so you know
I
that
get
sets
it.
them apart.
Yeah, it does. I get it. Before we move on, man, we got 281 of y'all up in here, man. Shout out to y'all, man, for being up here from YouTube and Twitter, hanging with us this evening, man. But we got our next segment coming up. Wiley, you know what it is, man. Run this shit. Run the break.
Yeah, because it's melatonin.
That was your
All right,
decision
Wally,
to take
what
the
you got for
melatonin in the middle of the show.
Low
Right,
year
I see she insane for that.
That was your decision.
Because I'm not trying to be up all night. My bad.
Oh, that was funny as hell because it caught all that as the videos.
So what?
It caught all of what Lo said as the
Oh, I did hear that.
My melatonin kicking in.
right. I was like, whoa. All right.
Oh, shit.
So real quick, of course, like we mentioned earlier, the new year kicked off right for us. It brought us some good old cheer. So we had, and let me get my banner up because I'm slipping. We had a couple of upsets. First, we had Washington over Michigan, 64-52.
They
real
lucky.
quick, hey, give me a quick takes. Let's get it.
They lucky
I
that
didn't watch
LSU
that
lost
game.
because that shit went under the radar.
It went, yeah, it definitely went.
It did go under the radar.
It went under the radar.
I didn't see
Was
a
it that
soul
bad?
talking
I
about
didn't
that shit.
watch the game at all. Was it that bad?
I
No,
mean, they
well,
just couldn't rebound the ball. Michigan,
yeah,
they not they were
yeah.
getting cooked on the rebounding side. Like, I mean,
It was
and-
almost like the Michigan Notre Dame game. You know how like
Yeah.
Notre Dame was just trash, and they tried everything they could to come back, and they just couldn't. It was kind of the same thing with the Washington Michigan game.
Yeah.
Washington,
Oh, yeah,
I will say this:
Washington-
Washington does look a lot better than they did last year. Already.
Yeah,
Washington
they're
out-
good. They're really good.
Washington
the transfer,
out-rebounded them 43 to 27.
Yeah, that's terrible. USC transfer Avery Howe, she was cooking
Yep.
22
Oh,
points,
she was
16
cooking.
boards.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
Shout out
yeah,
to Avery Howe.
16
Yeah.
boards for Avery Howe is crazy. I'm not gonna hold you.
Insane,
Career high.
like-
Career high.
How
Yeah, that's-
tall is she?
She's what?
She gotta be short, ain't she?
6
She's
feet,
small.
maybe?
6
5
feet.
Really?
6 feet.
She's
Yeah,
6
she's
feet.
6
feet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, 16 rebounds. Okay.
But she don't
It's
be in
still
there
wild.
rebounding for real like that. Like well, at least I don't remember when she was with USC.
You know what? You know what it is.
Remember
It's probably
who's
because
coaching.
Juju is 6'2". I viewed her as short. That's probably what it is. Because Juju is 6'2".
But
So
is
much as
Juju
many
really
is-
6'2" though?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
No,
Because
she
Because
is.
then,
Towering-
then they
she was
said
towering
Flage
over
was
my
under
ass at
6
damn
feet, and
Fanatics
Flage was
Fest.
looking taller than Juju.
Yeah, Juju 6'2" for real.
Okay.
Listen,
I mean,
she
she
was
way taller than me, so I mean,
She
it
was
don't matter.
towering over my ass at Fanatics Fest. I was like, God damn, you for real that tall?
She-
Oh,
she
yeah,
Yeah,
does
I'm
look
only
tall.
about an inch taller than her.
Juju?
So,
I was saying even that picture that Jay got with her, she like pretty much right.
She
there
looked
next
damn
to
near Jay height.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, she not small, but I'm still shocked. An old girl, you got 16 rebounds at 6 feet. That's
Yeah.
still nuts.
Right. But
Yeah.
also, just real quick, I've been
was
seeing
getting-
it on
she
the
was getting to
timeline. I've been seeing it on the timeline. Gotta ask y'all. They saying Silas Swartz been fraudulent. Let me know.
And she only had 14 that
I was
game.
gonna say
that
she
game.
didn't play well.
She
I haven't
play
watched.
well.
I'm trying to see the last time I watched the Michigan game.
It's probably against UConn. That's probably the last time I watched them.
Damn, I watched them.
And she went off.
Dang.
She went off.
did
in that
go
game,
off.
too.
He went off in that game.
Yeah.
I gotta
Yeah.
go back and look at. I gotta go back and look at this game though, like a little condensed version of it. But I ain't got too much over it because I ain't watched the game.
I didn't watch it at all.
They just lucky. They lucky LSU lost because
Yeah,
no
that
one
was
was
the
talking
talk
about
of the
that.
town.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
wasn't talking
even
about it.
even moving forward with the Baylor upsetting Iowa State,
Iowa State,
like
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that was kind of quiet
Hey.
as well because of the upset
Taking
LSU.
the shine, huh?
But that I feel like the Baylor Iowa State game, like Baylor is good.
Mhm.
Iowa State is good. So
Yeah.
like I felt like it was kind of one of those situations where Baylor, and remember I told you guys I feel like Baylor could be one of those under the radar Big 12 teams
Yeah.
You
that
did.
will
See.
upset, a few teams here or there. Like, they were really disappointing me.
That's what I'm
Kinda
saying. Like Baylor,
just too
Baylor got the
inconsistent for me.
I was saying Baylor got the talent, but I just gotta hold off for a second, man.
Yeah,
I
you know
haven't
what I'm
seen
saying?
that
Like,
impressed.
Yes.
I think they can fly under the radar. Like, I think they're gonna upset a few Big 10. I mean, I'm sorry, a few Big 12 teams. They already did it with Iowa State.
Yeah.
They had a great, to me, they had a great strategy in allowing Jada Williams to like kind of
Go off.
do her thing
Yeah.
and get away from what
Audi.
get away from what was getting them the money, and that's Audi Crooks.
Yeah.
They and I think that was a good strategy. And yet Leah Scott, hitting the game winner, like that's also something. But Little Paige Bugs, like she had like 20 rebounds. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a rebounding machine, man.
she was
Yo,
going
she had a 20 game last year too. People forget.
yeah.
Yeah, mention
So
Speaking of Audie Crooks, I love what she had to say. I want to play it real quick.
Play your best basketball in January. You don't want to be a monster in January. You want to be a monster in March.
Period.
absolutely.
That is true.
It's funny
Absolutely.
because K-Dot's saying that they kind of held her in check and she still had 26 and 10.
and that's crazy, right?
And she
That's
dominated
crazy.
the first half too.
She did. They made adjustments in the second half
Mhm.
and they limited her, I think, to like 4 points in the entire
Right.
second half or something like that. So yeah, they did pretty well with her in the second half.
Right. And back to
81st
Baylor. Like,
Go
I mean,
ahead,
just real
go
quick. I mean, back to Baylor real quick. I mean, I do think that they do have the talent. I know that they've been inconsistent to start the year, but I believe that they do have the talent to compete in the Big 12. but that team pretty much goes as far as what Talia Scott takes them.
Yes.
And when she got hurt, we saw how much that team struggled. And now with her being back, like that's their go-to player down the stretch.
Yep.
I mean, we clearly saw it in the Iowa State game.
But if you cut off the head of the snake, it's harder to it's going to be hard for them to get some wins.
Absolutely.
And shout out to Audi again. 80, I think it was 81 or 82 straight games, double figures. Like that's insane.
And I think if she would have scored 30, this would have been her 6th straight game with 30 plus points. I'm like, my
She's been getting to it this year.
That's
she's been getting to it. She
I
has.
give her credit, man. She's been incredible.
She has.
What else you got for us, Wiley?
Georgia Tech over Notre Dame 95-90.
Neo.
We can just listen. We can clump both of these losses in Georgia Tech and Duke because they lost in the same week.
Neo.
Yeah,
they out of the top 25. When they was trending that way anyway, but
my thing is they've only lost 4 total games, but it feels a lot worse. Like I said it in the beginning of the season, and again, this is no disrespect to anybody that is on the Notre Dame roster, but they do not have the personnel to truly compete. Hannah didn't play great. Exit. Right, Hannah. I mean, they literally made Duke look like a good offensive team, and that's hard to do. That's something
he was scoring 82 points in the middle.
Put some respect on Ty in the mirror.
Listen, shot 50% from long distance. Like Duke. Like I had to look multiple times. This is the same team that could barely crack 40 points. Like what? So Notre Dame, I mean, 16 turnovers, unable to get out on a break. I think they're another team like LSU, of course, less talented, but they're another team that has to produce in transition because their half court sets are just bad. They don't have the personnel. It's Hannah or not. And I will say Cassandra Prosper, she tricked me a little bit. I didn't think she was. We all know what we think about, her or whatever. But
man, she ain't
before these last two losses, she went on like a 4 or 5 game stretch where she was playing well. Now they weren't playing hard competition, so I literally tweeted. I said, I wonder if Cass is going to show out today and help Hannah. And boy, was I wrong.
She didn't.
Man, Ivy only played 6 players.
They don't have anybody.
They don't have nobody.
And then they got injuries. KK out.
Hey, they fuck around losing the first round, yo.
Are they going to make the tournament?
Oh shit!
They'll make the.
They got to. They got to.
They'll make the tournament.
If they don't make the tournament,
they won't treat them like a team.
This is my thing about Notre Dame, right? Like I have all the confidence in the world in Neo Avi, right? All the confidence in the world in Hannah Hidalgo because a Hannah Hidalgo team is a Hannah Hidalgo team. That's just point blank, period. Yep. Right? But like these blunders, right? Because you just talked about Cass Prosper, right? She had a solid 4 games against, mid-majors, sub power 4, and then you go right back into ACC play and you do the same stupid shit we saw like in Michigan, like the game against Michigan. Cass pissing me off.
I know you get pissed,
but like that, like this is what we're talking about when we say inconsistencies in certain players. Like we know Hannah is going to do her thing. We know Hannah is going to put the team on her back and try to do everything possible to get her team in a position of winning, right? But to me, I have this fright that this year it scares me. This year might not be the year.
It may not.
I really think that this year might not be the year. And
will Niele be on the chopping block?
That's my fright. That's my fright.
Because
that's what I'm scared of.
Because
last year was such a big thing.
If we keep it a buck, last year they underperformed based on
the talent
they had.
That's why last year mattered so much.
Absolutely.
That's the thing, because people forget, like at one point they were the number 1 ranked team.
Yep.
In the AP poll for like a good, like maybe 2 weeks, and then after that it was just downhill.
Look, I love Niele, but a little bit of that is coaching. A little bit of that is coaching.
Absolutely.
We go back to that TCU game. What was that, the Sweet 16?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're up, you start the game off like going off, you're up 15, 16 points, and then you allow TCU to walk you down.
And that's the same thing they did all year, K-Dot.
But hell, that's what I'm saying. You can date back.
Down. that's lack of discipline right there. Like
Absolutely.
these
I
are
mean, you
things
can-
that have already happened, and you still ain't correcting them by the tournament.
Right. That's like
That's
that's,
And they
my
did that shit in
fright.
the ACC tournament. Though. They
That's what I'm
lost to
saying.
Duke.
Yeah,
That's
shit. That's
Against
why.
Duke. They did it
They
against
lost
Duke.
I got up out of there.
Duke strapped them, bro.
Oh my
It's
god!
crazy.
So
The chat talking about Notre Dame ain't gonna make the tournament as well. So we
Damn.
gonna-
I think they'll make the tournament. Oh,
I
and
do
part of the
too.
reason why is because let's be real, the ACC is not as strong as what it once was.
yeah.
And
No,
I
I
still
agree
think
with
that
that,
they'll
for
rack
sure.
up some wins in my opinion. So I
They
mean,
will.
look, I mean, it does look
Definitely.
bad, but they'll still find a way to make the tournament.
The
Shonda,
them
I
being the
don't think-
ACC helps.
Right. I don't think Neil should be fired.
No,
But I think after this year, if she doesn't get fired, she is going to be on the chopping
She's
block next year.
on the chopping block for
Oh,
sure.
And it's
yeah.
unfortunate
Yes.
because if they, it wasn't her fault that, well, maybe it was some of her fault, but it wasn't completely her fault that all the transfers left. And then they had, graduation, people graduating, going into the WNBA. Like they really, once I saw the roster this year, I'm like, oh.
they had
Like,
an
they don't got-
awful off season.
And I don't know how true
Right.
this is,
But that's
I
the
saw
thing though,
timeline-
because
I saw in the timeline, people were saying like Sarah Williams and other top prospects wanted to go to Notre Dame, but not her specifically. I don't know her GPA and stuff, but people were saying that because it's such an academic school, a lot of people couldn't handle the rigorous curriculum there. So that's why they didn't transfer.
Shit,
I
they
don't
probably didn't want to take Catholic classes. All right, let's move on. Let's move on.
Okay.
But also, I mean, just real quick though, I don't think Neil will get fired just based off the fact that I think next year's freshman class, I think they have one of the top freshman.
Yeah,
classes
they have
coming
the
in
top.
next
Yeah,
year. So
yeah, they do.
Well, they might decommit
that-
because
that-
at this point,
I was
Oh
saying, I
my
mean,
God.
that might be one of the things that's saving her.
No, yeah. But yeah, man. And Notre Dame get it together. One more set. Y'all got anything on Notre Dame? Anything else?
nope.
Nope. All right. Well, let's run our last segment with y'all favorite segment, Best Damn Fit Check. Well, I'm really curious to see what Wally got for us. I didn't see all the fits. I didn't see a majority of the fits.
What up, y'all? We back.
What's going on?
We are fucking back.
My
Happy New
dog Wiley.
Year. Happy New Year, y'all.
Happy New Year. What we got?
Oh, hell to the fuck ass no, dog.
Straight out
that first one.
Straight out the Bow Wow collection.
Hell no.
I'm crying. That's the Bow Wow
collection.
The Bow Wow collection is crazy.
Look, come from 2009, 10.
This is early. This feel like a little early 2000s, early to mid 2000s. We'll say about 2005ish.
Chat saying 0.
Yeah, it's a 0, dog.
It's a
No, it's
0
bad.
Who is
And
that?
again, it's
That's,
always
uh,
the
that's
random
Suge, right?
ass bag.
Oh, that's show.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is not.
This might be the worst fit I've seen, dog.
Hair
Why?
Where's the mirror?
Happy
My
pocket fella
Spalding
down.
is crazy.
Yo, that's insane, Jalen. You ain't lying. Look at the.
Yo,
Yeah, people
Jay-
just dress
Shorts
normal,
by
dog. Like,
Spalding.
Hey,
This
that's
man looks like it's AI. It does. Look,
Jay starting off the year right.
that is crazy.
I'll give this. I'm gonna give it a 6. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't like. I'm gonna
it's
say.
bad,
I'm gonna
but-
give it as a 0 because her makeup is trash. Her face is a whole other color.
She looked like a fucking.
It look a
ghost.
little white.
Yeah, like what?
She looked like she might need a blood transfusion.
She looked like Jack Nicholson Joker.
Bruh. What is wrong?
She does. It could be
Yo,
the.
why?
It could be the lighting in there. It
I'm
could be
just
the
saying,
flash.
you should not be looking at. You should not be looking at pale, dog.
Yeah, Wiley starting off the year with 2 misses, dog. God damn.
Oh,
Man, but this is
this is
this part of it.
I mean, this is
I
all
had
right.
a similar outfit back in 1998.
Yo, you wow.
Hey, Danny been real funny today. I ain't gonna hold you.
Nah,
Yeah.
no, I mean,
Even
back in the
look like
90s,
she-
that was the pattern.
she
That was
hunted.
the pattern back in the 90s.
I mean, yeah, that's just bad.
Is that tip?
I'm not
Yeah,
mad
that's-
at this. To me,
that's
this is her. Like the pants
That's
are
her
Yeah, that's her
Style.
style. Yeah, that's her
I'll give
This
it
is
style.
definitely
3.
tip style.
3
I'm not
is her
mad at
style. I
this.
give it a 3.
Got the camel
Damn.
That
flip
was
on.
wild, nigga.
Y'all,
That thing-
I'm laughing at Logan. Lo was like, "That's her style," but I'm gonna give it a 3.
No, that was wild. That was wild.
Damn, I give her like a 6.5 or 7 for this.
I'll give
for
it.
this.
To me, I'm not a fan of the pants. That's probably the one.
Me
thing.
either. Are they jeans or
What are you
like?
I
talking
can't
about?
tell.
That's the city trend style back in 05.
Kitty trend.
It is.
Is baggy
It is.
coming back in?
I
Baggy,
think so.
it's been back.
It has
It's
been
here.
for a minute.
Yes,
Okay.
the suits
Yo,
big.
Daddy said Tim got her fat Albert.
That Albert.
Yes,
Not every.
yes.
Oh, the
That's
Fubu,
exactly what
the
it looked
Fubu
like.
Platinum. The Fubu Platinum.
Shout out to
Okay.
Fubu Platinum. I know y'all have
Nah,
Fubu
that-
Shout
Platinum.
out to Fubu.
That was,
I had
great.
a-
That was
I
a
had-
great comparison.
I had a good hoodie or two.
I definitely have me some.
Especially if you
Fat
grew up
Albert
when
outfits.
Fubu came in handy.
Man, baggy
yeah,
is definitely back.
Yeah,
Fubu
let's
was
not
the shit
forget the
back then,
camel
yeah,
toe
for sure.
boots.
Those looking like gauchos. Is that what it was called? Gauchos.
I was
back then?
definitely gonna ask y'all
Oh,
those
you talking
camel
about
toe
the
boots.
Jabot jeans?
Yeah, there we
The
go.
Bo
Yeah.
jeans.
Jabot.
Oh, what a time it was to go to high
Jabos.
school. Man, what a time.
Breeze.
I ain't mad at
He's
this. I'll
showing a
give
lot
it
of thigh.
I mean, that thing almost
Yeah,
hurt. Never
I ain't
mind.
gonna lie, that thigh is out, dog. Look
Oh,
at,
yo, what
look at her
is
right leg. Look at her right thigh, dog.
That right thigh still in Dubai.
Yo, wow.
Give it
She's
an 8.
insane.
I
What
give it
y'all?
that.
What we doing this
see-
fit?
I see.
I
I
don't-
give her a solid 7.
I don't.
Dana usually come good with her outfits too, but
I
I
don't
see Foxy
love
Brown,
it, but I don't
in
hate it.
2000.
But
that
she
does
looks
like
great.
Foxy Brown,
God is
the rapper.
Jay Lenz, I understand, brother.
I know why Dylan's saying 9.
Shout out to the dark skin queens.
You might well just say 10.
Yeah, right. I'm playing.
Shout out to Dana Evans for sure.
Too
Too
short.
short,
The-
5.
Hey,
I
Shonda, don't
think
be hating, man.
it's
Don't be
probably
hating.
it's probably how she's standing. She probably didn't fix her skirt before they took
Nah,
the
it was
picture
short
too.
on. It was short on the sidelines too.
Oh damn. Well, I ain't got nothing to help. I can't help you, Dana. Can't help you.
Oh well.
What else you got? You got anything else? Oh,
Of course I got.
with the now this is like she's from the Matrix.
10,
I'm not gonna lie.
10.
Come
I'm
on,
giving it. I'm not going 10.
come on, K. Now that-
10.
I give it.
I'm going 4. That shit is terrible.
I hate to say it, but the W gals go. I go a step further, but I'm not gonna go there because how I feel about people dressing in the W. I'm not gonna go there.
You already,
I mean,
you already got
this
cooked.
is, hey, listen,
Yeah, I already got.
this is proper steakhouse attire, guys.
Steakhouse, is that see through?
This is well. She's in Miami, so I did it.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't
in
love
Miami.
the. I don't love the blonde wig either. Like it's thrown.
I
Like
hate the
something's
wig.
throwing me off. I think.
God, I hate the
I
wig.
think the frontal is too far down because her forehead looks this big.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's too far. Like it needs to go back a little bit.
I just don't. I'm not just not a fan of.
I'm here to
I'm not a
5.
fan of it.
Is this a one? Is this a one piece? Like I'm confused. I'm just so
I
confused.
I don't.
Is it
I don't
tights?
Honestly, I don't like a lot of her outfits.
I mean,
Oh yeah, she do got a big ass safety pin in the middle.
Yeah, I don't know what's
man,
going
get this shit out of here. This is bad.
10.
on.
Oh, but that's a 10.
10.
4.
Y'all just like the person because she been hanging around
Exactly.
too long.
4.
This is
She
better
been
than
hanging
anything
around
Shotzi might have had
Stockton
on.
way too long.
That what?
Hate the
steakhouse.
pants. Is that a mesh? Is that a mesh shirt? Then you got the Flintstone top on.
This is just.
What's the Flintstones wife? What's her name?
Y'all said a 9.
Wilma.
Y'all looking.
Wilma.
Y'all
got the
talking
Wilma
about
damn
the person in the outfit.
Exactly. Y'all not, it's the men. Y'all not focused.
Bro, y'all
Focus.
looking.
We locked in.
Apologize.
Locked in.
Y'all not talking about outfits at all.
Exactly, J Dub. They not.
Locked
This is a
in.
trash.
This is a
outfit.
4 at best.
Yeah, 4 at best.
Locked the fuck in.
What's all with the see-through shit? I don't understand.
Listen, you know that's
That
that's
must be
in
the
her shit
trend.
though. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
We're not
been a trend for
questioning
a while.
anything.
I must not be outside enough because I
Yeah,
don't know about
I'm
this.
in the
oh,
house.
we not
I ain't
outside enough.
I haven't seen one good fit. I ain't gonna hold you.
Because this shit.
It wasn't a lot. I mean, you know, hey, we're gonna give them a bye this week. With the
I don't think it's
I
gonna get any
think the
better.
game's
It's
Honestly,
gonna get worse.
I think
They're
the
in
game
Miami.
gets
They're gonna
early.
be dressing less.
Yeah.
Calling it what
I
it is.
guarantee you somebody. I guarantee you somebody gonna be in Miami with either a sweater or some Timbs on. They gonna have something that's not appropriate.
What did Kyle have on last
Yeah, we
night?
ain't gonna see no Timbs.
Kai had on something similar that
Like a
we
button
seen
up or
before.
something?
She had a button up in the tie.
A tie. She be doing business like dressed like that.
Yeah.
Somebody said under the comments, they said, I'm not gonna even comment what I think about Kai because I know them Mabry sisters can fight.
I always think she is dating the sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like Skylar's suit dress. That was dope. I kind of like that.
It was cool.
Yeah, I'd like that. I like that. Nothing.
Well, they didn't have a picture of Sky.
Sheer, that's what it is.
Sheer is in apparently. It gotta be.
Sheer, yeah.
I guess
Like
with
I
this
said,
high
I'm
Miami,
not
maybe
outside
they
enough.
needed it to maybe they needed it to be a little cooler. I don't know. I hate it though.
I don't know.
Y'all know they about to pull out the most
Come on, man. We showing
outlandish
everything.
shit while they in Miami.
We showing all we can.
They are. They
They
definitely are.
showing all the thigh meat. They showing toes.
Okay.
They showing it all.
I mean, they young. I'm for it. When I was young, listen.
We in Miami turning up.
Listen, when I was young, I had a blast in Miami. Okay, a blast.
You feel me? You feel me? All
Every
right.
time.
I would have had a blast in Miami, but the people I was with were trying to do too much.
Right. Just watch your surroundings in Miami because Miami ain't no joke.
You right about that?
All what it is.
It's not.
Facts.
It's not.
Facts.
But yeah, shout out to the first best damn fit check of the year of 2026, boy. Man, shout out to everybody. Man, it's 300 of y'all up in here.
At 11 at
300.
11:20 at night. Well,
Come on
East
now,
Coast.
300
We love and
for
appreciate.
show. Showing toes is crazy, y'all. Let's get up out of here, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend. While they pull up the QR code real quick, so everybody can get the QR code. Of course, scan there.
Link
You
tree.
get all our socials. I'm gonna add all our like our Twitters and shit to that link tree, so y'all can get that shit as well. So y'all can follow us everywhere possible.
Also,
not
how
just
are people finding my personal Instagram page? I'm confused on that. But whatever. Like people that follow me on Twitter, they trying to add me on Instagram. I'm not gonna add you. I'm so sorry, but
Yeah,
I'm very stingy on following back.
because I know on
I got my
Instagram,
shit
I
private
know
on Instagram.
literally pretty much everybody on there. So like, I'm trying to separate my personal life from like basketball shit. So
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm very stingy on that shit.
I just don't know how people found it. I'm like, what the heck?
People be looking. People find ways. People don't have anything else to do.
Between that and fucking Instagram, be like, hey, here's a suggestion.
That's
Like,
very
maybe
true.
it's that. Maybe it's that. But
That is definitely
also
happening.
the current QR code that is up is for the Substack.
Oh yeah, Substack sale,
So,
50% off right
Substack.
now until
I want to get high
is it
level
30 days, 31 days in January.
31.
31 to January 31st. 50% off the monthly and off the yearly, $4 a month. And
if y'all want to read on some high level hoops,
there you go.
Go ahead and sub right there.
There you go. And you want to see some no, you see that shit anyway.
Oh,
But
yeah,
you want to
photos
see
too.
some beautiful writing? Come on, fuck with us. And look, you get a 7-day trial. So you get a 7-day trial, but after them 7 days,
that money coming out that account.
right?
Off it up.
You're blocked. You can't see shit the whole article, goddammit. But man, we enjoyed this, man. I'm glad to be back. Anything else from y'all before we sign out? K-Dot for sure. Thank you, man, for joining us. Like always, man, you family. So
I was gonna say he's not even a guest.
Yeah,
right.
I didn't even. Right now.
You know what's crazy? I didn't even give him like a guest introduction. It's K-Dot.
Yeah, I was like,
K-Dot,
K-Dot here, y'all. K-Dot here, y'all.
Hey, Kata, I'm gonna tell you this, brother. Go ahead and sign your life away. You're a part of Death Row, aka the Best Damn W Show.
Hey man, you know I appreciate you guys 1,000%. Jump on Study Hall coming back. Definitely going to be reaching out to each and every one of you guys. I got this special 2-part episode that I want to do with each one of y'all, talking about Power Four, the Power Four conferences, and a few of the mid majors. Let's see who could be a Cinderella this year. So I'll be reaching out to y'all between
I gotta do my
now
homework.
and the end of
let me go watch
between now and the end of January. Between now and the end of January. So
mess around with K-Dot, you got to do your homework for sure.
definitely. But I appreciate you guys so much. Listen, I spoke with Lo. We got to get this player comp project going.
Yeah.
Just for the people out there, I'm getting tired of the women to male comps. We're going to be doing women to women comp going throughout the history of the WNBA. So look out for that as well. Of course, Lo is my right hand on that one, so we'll definitely keep you posted on that too. But I appreciate you guys. Happy New Year to each one of y'all, man. I appreciate y'all.
For sure. Anything else for anybody else?
I'd just like to say, Jay, thank you for getting me into Louisville. I had
no
great
problem.
time. If people have not seen the photos that I was able to post up, get posted.
Incredible photos
over Sunday against Louisville against Virginia Tech. That was my first time going as media. Like I said, our discussion in the chat today was like, yeah, they don't tell you shit. They're just like, yo, welcome. Have at it. And I was just walking in that bitch like I knew what the fuck was going on. I was like, I'm just gonna walk around until they tell me no. So, but no, overall, it was dope. It was a dope experience to be out there, being able to capture, doing something I love to do outside of producing, outside of podcasting. Like photography has always been one of those things I just kind of picked up and figured out. And this is during my last marriage. So it's with me. I'm going to continue to do it. And again, Jay, thank you for getting me in there. Can't wait to the next game. Kentucky, stop bullshitting. Hit us back. Get over there and get some shit done.
Kentucky got good and start acting bougie.
That's okay because we in with Louisville. So hey, shorter drive for me. That's all I can say about that. But nah, just want to thank you on that. Happy New Year to everybody. And shit, we'll be back.
We back in this bitch. We out. Low, Nick. Low about to fall asleep on the desk, so we need to get up out of here. They see her eyes. Look at her.
Bro, my eyes feel barely open.
Yeah,
whoever
she about to
watched
be
this,
sleep.
I'm not inebriated. I'm still doing the 75 hard challenge. I started over. But yeah, I'm just really tired because I took melatonin during the show.
Yes, she did. About almost an hour ago. So
it
let's
was
get up
about
out
an
of
hour
here.
ago.
We appreciate y'all, man. We back here until the next break. I don't even know when the next break is gonna be, but we here until. Hey man, we love y'all. Wally, get us up out of here, man. Have a good night.
See y'all next week
on this Tuesday. Watch some Unrivaled.